You are looking at images taken on sub $200 lens, but is it good? Well, here are my thoughts after 5 months of using it. First of all, I just wanna mention that although this lens is designed for full-frame cameras, I'm gonna be using it on the Sony APS-C body, specifically Sony ZV-E10, which crops the image by a factor of 1.5. This means that the effective focal length is 127mm with an aperture of 2.7, just so you're aware. Let's begin with the build quality, which happens to be its weak point. The lens feels very plasticky and cheap, which is expected considering the price point. It weighs about 350 grams and lacks for a ceiling. At least the mounting mechanism is made out of metal. In addition to that, it features an autofocus to manual focus switch, supports a 67mm filter size, and you can update the firmware on it using this little USB micro B port, which we will cover later. But I think it's time to talk about probably the most important thing you came here for, the bokeh. And for $200, it's frankly amazing. The wide aperture on this lens allows for beautiful bokeh even at longer distances, resulting in objects popping out of your image. Here are some examples to show you guys what I'm talking about. As you can see, we are getting this really nice background separation with depth in the image, but there are some things that need to be addressed. Firstly, let's talk about the sharpness, because it's not amazing. While it holds up fairly well in the center, as soon as we start to approach the edges, the quality falls rapidly. This issue can be solved by shooting at f4 and beyond, but hey, be honest, most of you are buying this lens to shoot at the lowest possible aperture, so I don't consider that as an acceptable solution. Secondly, and perhaps the biggest problem with this lens is the chromatic aberration. The fringing you get when shooting at around f1.8 is quite severe, especially in high contrast scenarios with bright skies. Take a look at this image. Even without zooming in, you can see how bad it is. It's so bad that you can't really fix it in post because you get these nasty grey outlines, so be aware of it. Again, this can be improved by slightly raising the aperture. Additionally, the contrast tends to get a bit washed out at around 1.8, and flare handling isn't great either. Now let's move on to the video. Starting with the autofocus, which caused some misleading information to spread. Before you do anything with this lens, make sure you're running the latest firmware available, as the previous one had some significant focus hunting issues. Although it's still not perfect even after the update, it is workable, but still quite loud for you videographers. I should as well mention there is a noticeable focus breathing present with this lens. Keep in mind that there is no optical stabilization, so shooting handheld usually results in shaky footage. So, should you buy this lens? Well, it depends on your needs. If you're looking for a budget fun lens to shoot with and want to capture some unique shots, then I think it's an amazing deal, especially considering that the closest rival is the Sony 85mm f1.8, which costs around $700. However, for any professional or semi-professional work, the quality is simply not gonna cut it. And that will be it for my review of this Meike lens. If you have any questions, please leave them down below, and thanks for watching. See ya!